Hi, it's Darnell with Wayland Recipes, and today I'm going to be cooking up a combi meal in the Ninja Combi all-in-one multi-cooker oven and air fryer. Going to be cooking up some cod, some quinoa, some broccoli, and so going to show you how to do another combi meal. Did one in the initial review if you haven't already seen that, but going to do another one here. And so let's get cooking right now. Okay, so to start this combi meal off, I've got 2 cups of organic quinoa in there in the combi pot, along with a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of organic butter on top of it, and that butter will spread out and dissipate as things start heating up. So those are the first 2 ingredients. Next I'm putting 3½ cups of water in the pot. It's distilled water, so just pouring the first couple cups in, and this is the last 1½ cup here, so get that in there good. Alright, for the upper level I'm going big. I've got a 2½ pound frozen cod fillet, and going to be putting some extra light olive oil on that to basically oil it up so that the seasonings I put on it will adhere to it better. So just getting the oil spread across it some, across the top of it some, and across the back of it some. And extra light olive oil doesn't taint flavor or anything. It has a higher smoke point than like extra virgin. I'm not going to be cooking at a very high temperature, but still, you know, with this cooker I don't want to risk my oil going rancid or something, so I'm going to use the extra light instead of extra virgin olive oil. Don't confuse extra light and extra virgin. Extra light has a much higher smoke point. I'm going to season this with some Old Bay seasoning and some lemon pepper seasoning, so sprinkling on some Old Bay across it here. Probably a little too much, but I'm from Baltimore, that's all I gotta say. People from Baltimore, some of you may understand. So, flipping this over, give the same treatment on the top. The thing is really well seasoned up with this lemon pepper. Then I'll put some Old Bay over on this side too. You can of course use, you know, whatever you like or whatever you want to season your meat up, whatever protein you choose to use. Or if you want to just go with veg, and hey, I'm not mad at you either. So, alright, I'll put a little more lemon pepper there. Alright, so we've got all that done. I'm going to stick this up on top. Things are kind of touching the top a little bit. I think it's going to come down. Yeah, it's kind of touching the top there, but I think it's going to conform a little better as it gets heated up and things start steaming. I think we'll be okay. So closing it on up and going to, I'm basically on the Combi Cook function already, so I'm on the function I need to be on. I'm going to bring temp down to 350. For cooking time, I'm going to try 20 minutes to start, see how that goes. I'll be adding the broccoli in like the last 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. It'll start doing its preheat thing, and then it'll start cooking. So we'll see how long this preheat takes. Alright, so things are counting down now, and I'll have on the screen how long it took. I think it may have been about 8 minutes to do the preheat or so, but I'll have the exact time on the screen. But anyway, now we've got the heat coming from the top, and Lord willing it won't burn up the top of my fish, and my fish will just, you know, just come down a little bit to not get burnt up there on the coil. But we'll see how it goes. I'll bring it back in a bit. Alright, so with 5 minutes left and going for 15 minutes, I just chopped up some fresh broccoli and going to I always have trouble getting this thing out a little bit. Drop that on down in here. Let's see if I can get it kind of knocked down in there with the quinoa some, so that I can close things up. The fish is looking pretty good. It might be done, but I'm going to let it go. Well, I guess I can test. Well, I got to cook my broccoli, so I'm going to let it all go. And it's a pretty big cut of fish, so I'm going to let it go. You know, I've done 15 before with smaller cuts, and it still needed more time, so we'll let it go the last 5, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're coming to the final seconds, and I'm going to open up and check if the fish is fully cooked. I got my thermopan going in. Let's see. Yeah, it's 150s. Right here in this area it's a little low. It's a little short there. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, it's a little short in some spots, I think. Yeah, some spots in this meat are still a little cool. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I cook to 145, and I don't care for carryover. Over 800 videos here. I know very well about it. It's not my thing. So, I always go a little longer. Let's see. I'll give it 3 minutes. So it'll be 23 minutes total. And we'll see how that does. Alright, so now I'm coming to the end of this 23-minute cook. We'll see what the temperature of the fish is now. Yeah, we're hotter. Yeah. Checking all over. Oh, it's real hot back there. I don't know. Yeah. It's a lot hotter in the. It's smaller in the back. This piece up front was kind of a pretty big chunk, but a few minutes did the trick. So I'm going to try and get myself some of the broccoli and quinoa out first. So how's that look to you? It looks pretty good to me. So I've got a bowl here. I'm going to scoop out some broccoli and quinoa. And I guess even though the broccoli had to go for a few minutes longer, it's still looking like it held up well. Wasn't overcooked, in my opinion. Get some more of this. Make a nice bed of quinoa for myself. Now to try and get a piece of the fish out. Let's see. Let's take these tongs here. You may be able to break a piece off without having to use anything abrasive. I don't want to mess up the coating, and I guess I don't want to have to take it out to put on a big cutting board. Yeah, it's real tender, so it's coming right off. I'm just going to use a knife to just make it more bite-sized. So yeah, that turned out pretty good. So I'll set the the tray and the pot outside for it to not continue to cook in there, but you can tell me what you think of this. Now that I got the rest of the fish out, I just wanted you to see the rest of it. So that's how it looks. But we'll go ahead and do a taste test with what's in the bowl. So thank God for this food. Let's taste. I'll just start with a little, well, I'll try and get everything. Got some quinoa, fish, and broccoli all in the same forkful. There we go. Turned out very good. It tastes good. The fish is moist, so no problems there. It's steaming. Even if you overcook it, it's still going to be moist because it was a lot of steam going around it, so it's all good. So Another Combi cooked meal turned out well. As I said, if you haven't seen the initial review, check that out. And there's going to be other cooks and whatnot. It's a real nice cooker. And there's a playlist for the Ninja Combi here on the channel too. So check it all out. And nothing in this video is sponsored, nothing given to me. If you'd like to help the channel, in the video description are lots of ways, such as my cookbook merch membership, donations, also a link to the Amazon shop. Also, you can go to my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. That's superwaveovenrecipes.com. And there's a buy me a coffee link there if you prefer that route. And with all of that said, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.